I asked Fireflies AI assistant, AskFred, for questions about a real meeting, including one thing that was never actually discussed. I wanted to see if it would honestly say so, or just make something up. Quick subscribe if you want honest AI tool tests like this every week. Let's get into it. AskFred sits right in the left sidebar. Clicking it opens a chat window, and below it there's a meeting icon. I'll click into the Sarah and James meeting I recorded earlier. Inside, there are two tabs at the top right, AskFred and Transcript. I'll stay on AskFred for this test. Right at the top of the chat, Fireflies already suggests a few questions based on the meeting. One of them is, how will the mobile strategy be implemented? Let's click that and see what it pulls. And it correctly pulled the mobile-first approach James mentioned, designing for phones first instead of adapting the desktop version afterward. That matches exactly what was actually said. Now let's ask something more specific myself. I'll type, what did James and Sarah agree on, and what's the deadline for the design mock-ups, and hit the execute arrow. And it comes back accurate, the guest checkout decision, and Thursday as the deadline James committed to. Nothing vague, nothing invented. There's another auto-suggested question. What specific improvements will the guest checkout offer? Let's click that one too. This is where it actually got detailed. It explained that guest checkout removes the mandatory account creation step that was happening before payment, and it even tied that back to the exact drop-off point Sarah described, customers losing interest at the payment step. It even included a timestamp, 35 to 50 seconds into the call, pointing to exactly where that was said. Now here's the real test. I want to see what happens when I ask about something that was never actually discussed in this meeting at all. I'll type, what was the budget discussed for this project? And here's what it said, based on the meeting transcript, no budget was discussed for this project. The conversation focused on the checkout flow improvements, design goals, mobile-first strategy, and timeline, but there was no mention of project costs or budget allocation. That's exactly the right answer. It didn't guess a number. It didn't pad the response. It just told me honestly that the information wasn't there. So across 4 questions, AskFred got every single one right, including refusing to invent an answer when there genuinely wasn't one. That last part matters more than people realize, because a tool that confidently makes things up is actually worse than one that just says, I don't know. If you're using this for real client calls, that's a good sign. Link to try Fireflies is in the description. Subscribe if you want more honest AI tool testing like this. See you in the next one.